Well, it's time to take a look at what's new for Warframe, the week commencing the 17th of October 2022, and we will start right here. Well, this week it would be an Amber Archon Shard, which means taking on Snakehead. It is a mobile defense first, then an interception, then a obvious showdown. The interception can kind of be annoying, but what I've learned so far from doing this, it's actually easier to do that solo than with a team because a lot less enemies spawn. Same kind of goes for defense missions in case you didn't know that one, but it still makes it pretty hard to do because gear is disabled. So, no spectres. But yellow, or Amber Archon Shard here. Chipper will be selling... What will you be selling this week? Red? Of course. The Crimson Orcon Shard. I wish that, Chipper brought a Tau Forged Orcon Shard. That would be great to see. Every now and then he brings a Tau Forged one that costs, I don't know, an extra 30 stock? Not 45, which would be half of it. 30 would be a nice round number, or just take it to 110, which means if you have picked them up, it means by doing the Break Norma mission from Kahl, you can only get 105 points from this, so if you spent them all, you still wouldn't be able to get enough to pick one up that week. So that's why I say 110, or just leave it at 90, and that would also work really well. This is Prison Break. This is actually quite a lengthy mission this week because you have to, well, I'm glad it doesn't say under 15 minutes like the one that turned up the other week that was just weird to have on here. Actually, it wasn't that. It was completed without dying, and then, the wolf spawns at the end of this mission, and he is just straight up annoying. But you have to obviously free your brothers, and it can be very time consuming. Take out 10 enemies with the dropship. Yes, I'm glad to see that is there. Kahl's missing floof. Unveil, or break 5 veils. Find 4 passcodes. Just the usual really, which isn't too bad for him. That is actually a really easy... They're all missions for him are actually really easy to do. But I did find Prison Break to be probably the most time consuming of all of them. And I nearly did it again, but still standing in the camp if we go over to Nightwave, see what Nightwave has brought. Elite Acts kill 1,500 enemies and complete a defense mission reaching at least wave 20. Both of which really easy. Normal Acts unlock 4 Dragon Key Vaults on Deimos. You can carry all the keys, making that really easy. Complete 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. Elite will also count towards that. Complete 5 scans for Cephalon Samaris. Catch 6 rare fish in the Plains of Eidolon. And fully socket 3 Ayatan sculptures. All really easy actually. Cred offerings, of course, would have the usual Nahel's Obelite, the Kuva, Nyatan Extract, Vorban Parts, Catalyst, Reactor. Revenant's alternate helmet is here, as is Caliban's, that does suit him really nice, actually. And that's about it for... Well, there is other helmets, but the only reason I'm even mentioning Revenant is his Prime recently came out, and I'm actually really amazed to see there's not... Solstice skin. There's been one pretty much every week for ages, and maybe they finally took the hint and taken them out because the Solstice stuff shouldn't really, well, it should appear, but not all year round, and then disappear as we get towards that. Anyway, auras, there is Steel Charge. If you don't have it, that is always a good one to pick up because 60% melee damage is pretty useful. Rifle Amp, again, rifle damage increased by 27%. This is why I keep saying the Aura format is actually possibly a really good format to put in because it allows you to swap them. Rifle Scavenger, ammo pickup, sprint boost, 15% sprint speed. There is the Karak Desert Camo skin, blueprint. There is the Fragor Brock skin, blueprint. You do have to actually build these, you don't get the skins pre-built. The Exergus Shock Camo skin, blueprint. The Falcor Shock Camo skin, blueprint. At least he actually took it out this time. Not what I was going to say, but They'll just stick with the clean version on that one, because usually it just stays small in his hand. There is the jaw sword. This is the blueprint to build the actual jaw sword, the melee weapon. The same goes with the dark dagger. This is the blueprint to build the actual dark dagger. There is the Kinetic Siphon trap decoration. It's just a landing craft decoration. It doesn't really do anything. Purifying Flames fire augment for Ember is there. Skull shots on headshot, 100% ammo efficiency for the Viper is there. Sad thing is it's for the Viper, not the twin Viper. And then the Tetras, similar kind of thing, but when aiming 80% projectile speed augment. Quickly jumping over and seeing what Teshin has for his Steel Path Honor store this week, and we know it's basically going to be a pile of rubbish because it is the Zor Riven mod this week. As I say every time this turns up, do not waste the 75 steel essence on a Zor Riven mod, because you can usually get these veiled, what, 5, maybe 10 platinum at the most. And we already know that 75 steel essence is the equivalent of about 35 platinum. So no, this is actually massively overpriced, and I'm still amazed that they haven't done anything about just how overpriced some of these things are. And everything else in here is still exactly the same, because they just haven't shown the Steel Path any, well, at least the Honor store, any love since it actually came out. Then if Helminth actually be, shut up for a minute. If you have Helminth's Invigoration segment, of course you need to come in and check on this, because this has also changed now. Remembering the frames will be different for people, and the actual invigorations will be different for people. The main reason to check on it is if you do this and just sit it at the 9th or 10th invigoration, it means that when you get a really good one, the 10th invigoration is a mutated invigoration, which means you can take none of those, because they don't really matter towards what frame they are on, other than the 1000 health, and the 250% melee damage is melee weapon based, so doesn't really matter what frame you put that on. But sometimes you get frame specific ones, range, power strength, they would go good on whatever frame you have equipped. So you could take the primary damage and put it on Frost, for example, with your mutated invigoration. But that's about it until they decide to tell us what's going on with the echoes of Veilbreaker update that, in all honesty, I expected them to mention sometime last week, but hopefully we will get more information on that sometime this month. But hey, only time will tell. So with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.